Hello everybody, and welcome to the Thursday edition of Video Clips. And just a couple things. Since Peter Bregan has become a partner of ours, a lot of emails come in about from family members who are concerned about other family members that are trying to get off of psych drugs and people who are looking for guidance. And we do have a great consumer course that you can do online that really walks the person who wants to withdraw from the psych drugs very slowly through the process of assembling a team, looking at withdrawal plans, getting a prescriber on board, all the things that you need to do in order to do this safely. And I really encourage you to take the course, and the reason is that a lot of the people that I hear from on a weekly basis have really worked sometimes 2 or 3 times. They've tried to get off of the drugs and had a lot of trouble. They're not easy to withdraw from. Doctors find it really easy to prescribe them, not so easy to get people off of them. And so in order for you to have the best experience it's possible to have, I really encourage you to take this course and put together a plan for doing it, because it's not a plan to just stop taking your drugs tomorrow. That almost never works out. In fact, in all the time that I've been in this business, and it's been about 23 years, I know one person who literally just went home one night and said, I'm not doing this anymore, ended up in bed for a month. Most people don't have the luxury of staying in bed for a month, and that's how he withdrew from the drugs. I don't think that that's the experience most people will have. They don't have a month to take. Many people end up hospitalized, so figure out how to do it right. Let us help you there. The other thing is just to mention, we have a free trial membership that some of you might be interested in exploring, and you get some recipes and articles. You get to participate in one Conversations with Pam session with me, an open Q&A. You can ask questions. I do 2 of them a month, and you can we send out the list of times, and you can sign up for one. And you can also have a planning session with a member of my staff to sort of figure out how to accomplish your health objectives. So we have a lot of resources here, so you might want to check it out. If you want an application, you can go to our website at wellnessfarmhealth.com or send me an email at pampopper@msn.com, and we'll fix you right up with an application. All right? So today I want to talk about autophagy. And you may have heard that term before, maybe not. It's a process by which the body deals with old or damaged organelles, mitochondria, discarded proteins, pathogens, and all kinds of waste products. It's like house cleaning. It serves as a means of maintaining homeostasis in cells. It's necessary for survival. Autophagy is really carefully regulated by the body in response to varying conditions. When cells are functioning normally and the body is not stressed, old and damaged cellular material is digested, recycled, and made available again for ongoing cellular functions. When the body and its cells are stressed from things like malnutrition, oxidative stress, radiation, pharmaceutical drugs, the speed of autophagy is increased because the need to discard waste is significantly higher, and everything doesn't get recycled the way that it would optimally be. The process of autophagy, when efficiently performed, results in a better immune function, a better metabolism, higher metabolism. It slows the aging process. And this process, by the way, takes place in all living things ranging from plants and single-cell organisms to mammals and humans. Most of the research that has been done on autophagy has been done on animals, but since the process takes place in all critters, there's some reason to pay attention to animal studies, and I'll be citing quite a few of them here. But the reason I wanted to talk about autophagy is it's misunderstood in that many people think that the only way that they can promote more autophagy is through daily intermittent fasting. And this is a practice that involves eating within a narrow window of time, say from 11 a.m. to 5, or some people do it from 9 to 4. It varies, but then you don't eat at all during the other times of the day. And this practice is difficult, it's unsustainable for most people, and I've always felt that the most important thing we have to do, in addition to teaching scientifically sound knowledge or passing that on here, is to develop strategies that result in people doing this for a really long time. In other words, eating well or adopting some practice that leads to better health and doing that for 6 weeks, that doesn't give you 10, 20, 30, 50 years of healthy living. It's only when this stuff becomes permanent that you end up really regaining and maintaining your health. So I think it's important to look at alternatives to intermittent fasting. And as it turns out, when I started looking into this, There are many, many ways to boost autophagy. One of the methods is exercise. You know, I never miss an opportunity to promote exercise because it's the hardest thing that I have to get people to do. It induces autophagy in organs involved in metabolic regulation, such as the muscles, the liver, pancreas, and fat tissue. In animal experiments, just putting animals on treadmills was shown to induce autophagy in the cerebral cortex of adult mice. Getting the right amount of quality sleep also triggers autophagy. The hippocampus of the brain has a distinct rhythm of autophagy that is negatively altered when sleep becomes interrupted or shortened, and it becomes more efficient when the sleep patterns are better. Exposure to hot temperatures has been shown to induce autophagy in experiments with mice. Mild heat stress has been shown to induce autophagy in C. elegans, a small organism that lives in the soil, and is often used in research because it shares many of the biological characteristics and processes with humans. Some suggestions that I can give you for spending time in a hot environment: steam rooms, saunas, hot yoga, back to the exercise. Heat and exercise has got to be better, the two at the same time. And outdoor activities in warm or hot weather, running, playing tennis, I mean anything outside in the summer would give you access to a hot environment. Electroacupuncture has been shown to induce autophagy in rats with Alzheimer's disease, causing neuronal apoptosis and degradation, clearance of beta amyloid, which is a hallmark of Alzheimer's patients, and improved learning and memory. Acupuncture itself has been shown to promote autophagy and restore mitochondrial and lysosome structure in mice with Parkinson's disease. Diet itself can promote autophagy, and I found this fascinating. Coffee, both with and without caffeine, has been shown to induce autophagy between 1 and 4 hours after consumption. Now, a lot of people think coffee, they villainize coffee and tell people you can't be healthy if you're going to drink coffee. And actually, this may be one of the reasons why epidemiological and studies and clinical trials have both shown that coffee consumption is associated with better health outcomes and reductions in overall and cause-specific mortality. Now, I don't think this is a reason to go out and start taking up the coffee drinking habit if you don't currently drink coffee and you don't like it. But I've said this before, I think it is a good reason to stop nagging people about coffee drinking, because unless they have a particular sensitivity to caffeine, I don't see that it's going to hurt them very much. EGCG, it actually stands for epigallocatechin gallate. EGCG. It's a polyphenol in green tea, and it's been shown to increase hepatic autophagy, liver, and to induce lipid clearance in mice fed a high-fat Western-style diet. EGCG has also been shown to increase autophagy in human cell lines. I can give you a lot of reasons to consume green tea. I thought it was important enough to actually end up having our own tea farms in China back in the day. So just one more reason or mechanism by which consuming green tea can be helpful to your health. Sulforaphane, which is a nutrient in broccoli, has been shown to induce autophagy. In research presented at the National Meeting of the American Chemical Society in 2010, an extract from blueberries, strawberries, and acai berries induced autophagy in cultured mouse hippocampal cells. Spermidine is a polyamine found in foods like wheat germs, soybeans, nuts, and some fruits and vegetables. And I have to point out, by the way, everything I'm talking about is plant foods. Have you noticed that? We're not talking about pork chops inducing autophagy, and cheese, and burgers, and foods like that. We're talking about plant foods here. So back to spermidine, by the way. It's produced by the bacteria in a healthy gut microbiome. Spermidine promotes and preserves mitochondrial function, reduces inflammation, and promotes autophagy. And some studies suggest that spermidine-triggered autophagy can delay or prevent age-related memory decline. In fact, spermidine was shown to be protective against age-related memory impairment in fruit flies by inducing autophagy, so it specifically stimulates it. Yet another study showed that spermidine supplementation increased lifespan and reversed age-related cardiovascular dysfunction in mice, specifically through the mechanism of autophagy. Higher spermidine intake by humans has been correlated with lower blood pressure and reduced incidence of cardiovascular disease. So it's true that autophagy is a housekeeping function of the body, and All mammals and plants, every creature on the planet does it. It's a good thing. You want more of it. It's true that intermittent fasting promotes autophagy. What is not true is that you have to do intermittent fasting in order for autophagy to take place. You don't. Now, if you like intermittent fasting, I wrote an article, and I think I did a video clip on it last year or the year before about the fact that it's counterproductive for weight loss in the long term. And I think you should keep that in mind if one of the reasons you're doing it is weight loss. But I'm not necessarily trying to talk you out of it. What I am trying to do is present people who don't want to do it. I personally don't want to do it, with options besides that, and they include diet and exercise and heat and sleep, and those things happen to have a positive effect on your health, all other aspects of health as well. So, and I think that the things that I'm talking about here are much more sustainable. I think we probably would get a lot more takers for drink coffee, eat fruits and vegetables, sleep well, get some exercise, and let yourself sweat sometimes than we would try not to eat for 16 hours a day. I think we get more takers for what I am recommending here. So hopefully that provides some inspiration for you guys to do the things I advise you to do every week. Eat well, sleep well, drink water, all that stuff. Hit the subscribe button. As usual, pass this on to anybody who you think might enjoy watching it, and I will be back to you next week with more news.